Anthony Hartwig here with a Western Reserve girls basketball player profile, joined by junior Quincy Miller. Quincy, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and talk to us.
Yep, thank you for having me.
You got it. Let's talk about this season. You're now an upperclassman. You have a couple of years under your belt. How have you been handling the raise and responsibility and leadership that comes with, stepping into this year?
Yeah, I mean, I knew coming into my junior season, I was gonna have more responsibilities and just like things to, work on to make my game better. But I knew just like getting in the off season, I mean, me, Kylie, we had so many girls just coming in during the off season, which is really all you can do. So just little things like that prepared me for the season.
What were some of the things you focused on in the off season that you wanted to really work at and try to get yourself better at before the season started?
Well, I knew my ball handling needed work on. I mean, obviously shooting on the gun, I just enjoyed doing. So me, Kylie, and Gianna just always got in and focused on ball handling. My dad, made out these papers for us to just do, every few days in the gym and, just ball handling. We all knew we had to handle the ball better this year. So I think just really ball handling is what we worked on mostly.
When you talk about all this time you put in and the work that you put in to get better, I mean, that's obviously coming from something that's driving you. What drove you to want to put that much time in to get to where you are now?
I mean, I think winning a district championship my freshman year, I mean, that's really what drives me. I mean, I that was such a good experience. So we tried to do it last year. We fell a little short, but we made it there. So, I think that's just what drives all of us. That's always our goal to get there. So,
When you think about that feeling of falling a little bit short, I mean, how hungry do you think that made this team coming into this year to get right back there and win it this time around?
yeah, for sure. Me and Kylie definitely just because we were out there. Izzy, she had to sit half the year because she came to our school late, but she she's just competitive as me and Kylie and Gianna's coming up and Amanda, they all want it just as bad as us. So I feel like losing, me and Kylie both hate losing, so and my whole team's competitive, so I feel like that just all drives us. We just always want to win that.
Let's talk about leadership because you've also been asked to be a little bit more of a leader this year. How have you kind of handled more of those responsibilities and trying to be, an even better leader of this team and take some of those tasks on?
Yeah, I feel like just knowing we have one freshman, Kyla, that is coming up and playing. Our team's really small this year, so I feel like we're all pretty close. We all get along, so I feel like just all of us working together and taking the younger ones and just helping them through like certain drills. And I expect a lot from Kyla because I just know what she's capable of. So although I might push her at times, and some of the younger girls like Chloe and G, I just feel like they know that it comes from a good place.
Yeah, I like that you brought up that the team is smaller this year, but it's also tighter. Talk about the benefits to team chemistry that a smaller group has and how much it's made you guys closer as a team.
Yeah, it's way different because our team's a lot smaller, but we all get along. And me, Kylie, and Gianna have been playing together, since we were like third, fourth grade. So me and Kylie, I mean, definitely play really good together. But now Gianna's like back into it, so I feel like we all just get each other, and we know how to play with each other on the court.
What are some things this team does off the court to build that team chemistry, to bond with each other? What are some of your favorite kind of hangouts off the court, things that you do with each other?
Yeah, I mean, after games, sometimes we all get food, and like today at practice, we played dodgeball after for a little bit. So just fun things like that just really helps.
When you have a big win, where are you going to celebrate?
I like Tequila Jalisco.
All right, and then let's talk about dodgeball. That's fun. Who's the best dodgeball player? Who lights up the
uh,
court?
well, Riley, my brother and our JV coach this year, he's dominated. So
That seems a little unfair.
yeah.
When we talk about the coaching staff, obviously there's no way to escape it. Your dad's the head coach. What's that been like to have that dynamic and to be, coached by someone that you're obviously very close to?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, some girls wouldn't like it, but at times it's hard and I don't like it. But in the end, I know it's, for the better and making me a better basketball player. But in the end, it's making me a better person. So I appreciate it.
I mean, you're someone that has a better benefit than most where you get to go home and I'm sure he tries to turn off basketball so he can be dad, but at the same time, if you want, a question about film or you have anything that you want to talk about basketball related, you'll right down the hall. What's that like?
I mean, it's great. Riley and my dad both, are just always talking about basketball. That's what my dad's life, revolves around. So as soon as we get home from the game, my whole family is just talking about it. And I feel like that's good and it benefits me on and off the court in many ways. So yeah, it's a great thing to have.
Junior year brings those thoughts of future too. I know you're not a senior yet. You don't have to have everything figured out, but do you have anything in your head that you think you might want to do after high school?
Um, Not really. I mean, I might want to go into like beautician school, but I'm not really sure.
It's also a big year for recruiting. I mean, are you looking at trying to play in college, or do you think that might not be something that you try to do?
I haven't really thought about it. I don't think so, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. When you think about things that you love so much about this sport, what are some things that make you want to play it and want to put so much time into it?
I mean, I've just always loved the sport. I mean, I grew up around it. All my siblings played, so I mean, I kind of forced into it, but I love it so much and just being around all my friends all the time is really and like the memories. It's just all worth it. I remember just all the memories I made my past 2 years and I just can't wait to make more.
Talking about your siblings, we got to cover Kennedy during her career. She wore the same number you did. How much did it mean to you to put on that number 30 and be able to kind of keep that legacy alive?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I mean, a lot of people always bring it up to me and, compare and like refs make jokes about how, me and Kennedy just compare how we play. So, I mean, it's pretty fun, but it's a higher expectation for me to live up to.
Do you guys ever get competitive? Like, does Kennedy ever give you like, "Hey, I got this done in high school. You better get it done"? And yeah,
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we had this ref of past game. She works the youth tournaments, so she's always around the refs, and he made a joke about how I was better than her senior year.
you had to love that, right?
Yeah.
What way, like in reality though, what ways do you think that you've like taken the things that Kennedy has gone through and the way that she plays into the way you play?
Um, I feel like point guard wise, I mean, she was like the main point guard, and I share it with a few of my teammates. But I feel like just thinking about how she, sees the floor and just how she played to get her teammates the looks. I feel like I kind of relate and do that how she did.
Now, you're obviously a student athlete as well. Student comes first in that word for a reason. So let's talk about you in the classroom. What are some of your favorite classes and how's junior year treating you in the classroom?
Um, my favorite would probably be like language arts. I'm kind of good at writing, but I'm not very good at government. I have to take that this year, and I always struggle with math, so I have algebra 2 this year.
So it's the struggle bus, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, how do you juggle it all? I mean, you have all these tough classes that require your time, but you're also playing basketball at a high level, and I'm sure you try to fit a social life somewhere in there too. So how do you kind of juggle everything?
Just try to get my work done at school. I try not to have any homework when I get home just because I either have a game away or home, which makes it, a late night or practice, and I just want to come home and relax.
What are some hobbies or things you like to do outside of basketball that kind of make you that complete person?
Um, I don't really know. I just hang out with my friends in my free time, and I sleep a lot.
Let's give me a basketball, right?
Yeah.
In what ways? Talk about your friends outside of the sport. I'm sure you have a couple of them that don't play basketball that come and support you, and what that means to you, and how much they kind of give you that extra energy during a game.
Yeah, some of my friends are cheerleaders, so they're kind of my little cheerleaders too. And I play volleyball with some, so they always come support, which is always nice. But some of my teammates like Izzy and Amanda, they're still back for that I had for volleyball. So
Do you ever wish that the girls got cheerleaders too, or do you think that do you have a fun time with the boys, or do you want them to come cheer at your games?
I don't know. I think it's a boy thing. They don't have to come to our games.
Let's bring this up. Like, if there was a basketball player on the boys team that had to be a cheerleader, which one do you think would come and give you guys the most support?
Oh God, I have no idea. He doesn't play basketball, but Noah, this one kid in my grade, he always comes to like all the games, but
That's awesome. I love to see the support Western Reserve gets. You guys get such good student sections, both boys and girls basketball. Talk about the school system, the community, and how much that you think it helps this team, and how much you feel the support of the school and the community behind your backs.
yeah, we have a great community. It's small, but it's tight knit. So whenever we have our big games, we always know that our crowd's gonna be full. We had a huge crowd last year for our game of the week, so I just know that like this year for our bigger games, everyone's gonna come out and support.
All right, you are doing your interview before Christmas, so you get the pleasure of the Christmas questions that we've been spreading around. So the first one is, what's your favorite Christmas movie out there?
Probably Christmas Vacation.
Okay. What about the song? What's your favorite Christmas song?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Some of them get annoying sometimes. So I don't know. I don't have a favorite.
Appreciate the honesty. Not everyone's into the Christmas music.
Yeah.
What's the best Christmas gift you think you've ever gotten?
Probably like my first phone. I was really excited about my first phone.
Oh, first phone's always fun. Always
Yeah.
fun. And then, every time when you get gifts, you're excited to give them to people. You're excited to kind of see their reaction. Do you have any gifts that stand out in your mind that you were really excited to give to a person?
I have a lot of shopping to do. I have 5 siblings or 4 other siblings, so I don't know, but I need to do Christmas shopping this year because I haven't done any so far. So.
Clock's ticking, Quincy.
I know.
And then one of the last things is, what's on your wish list this year? What are some things that you hope you're getting under the tree?
My main gift is I want a new iPad, but I asked for like a lot of clothes. I love clothes.
Quincy, at the end of all these interviews, we like to give the player the chance to take the limelight off themselves and shine on the people in their life that support them, that are there for them. So I want to give you the time to give out shout outs and thank yous to the people who you think deserve it in your life.
Yeah, my family, of course, they're always there for me. And again, all my friends and my teammates and my coaches, I couldn't do any of it without them, So just all of them, all for always supporting me. I appreciate it.
And Quincy, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and talk about your season and your career so far. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the way this year, and we can't wait to talk to you real soon.
Thank you.